Have you ever studied English grammar for years but still felt afraid to speak? Rules in your head, fear in your heart, silence on your lips. This is the story of Adi, a young man who knew many grammar rules but could not speak one clear sentence. What changed his life was not more rules, but stories. Stay till the end because this story may change the way you learn English forever. And if you want to improve your English naturally, subscribe now and learn through stories like this one. Chapter 1. A Good Student with a Quiet Voice. Adi was a careful student. He lived in Yogyakarta in a small house with his parents and younger sister, Sari. At school, Adi was known as the grammar boy. He could answer grammar questions very fast. Adi, what is the past perfect tense? Had plus verb 3, sir, he replied. Teachers smiled. His friends clapped. But there was a secret. Adi could not speak. When a foreign tourist asked him for directions, Adi froze. His heart beat fast. His mouth became dry. He knew the grammar, but the words did not come. He smiled, nodded, and walked away. That night, Adi sat on his bed and whispered to himself, "Why is English so hard, even when I study so much?" Chapter 2. Grammar became a wall. Every day, Adi studied grammar books. Tenses, rules, exceptions, more rules. His notebook was full of lines and tables. But English started to feel like a wall, not a bridge. When he tried to speak, his mind asked questions. Is this present perfect? Is this correct? What if I make a mistake? Because of this, Adi stayed silent. One day, his sister Sari said, "Bung, why don't you speak English with me?" Adi laughed nervously. "I'm not ready." "But you study every day," she said. Adi looked away. "I'm afraid of being wrong." That was the truth. Grammar did not help him speak. It stopped him. Chapter 3. The Embarrassing Moment. One afternoon, Adi's teacher announced something. "Next week, we will have a guest from Australia. Some of you will talk to him in English." Adi felt cold. The teacher looked at him and smiled. "Adi, you will help." The class clapped, but inside, Adi panicked. At home, he practiced sentences again and again. "Hello, sir. Welcome to our school." No, maybe "welcome to our school"? What if that is wrong? On the big day, the guest arrived. His name was Mr. Daniel. When it was Adi's turn, he stood up. His hands were shaking. Mr. Daniel smiled kindly. "So, Adi, tell me about your hobbies." Adi opened his mouth. Nothing came out. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Finally, he said one broken sentence. "I hobby like football." His face burned with shame. That night, Adi felt defeated. Maybe English is not for me, he thought. Chapter 4. Meeting Someone Different. A few days later, Adi went to the library to return a grammar book. There, he met Bu Maya, a new English tutor. She asked, "What book are you reading?" Adi showed him his grammar book. She smiled gently. "Do you like English?" Adi hesitated. I want to, but grammar makes me confused. Bumaya nodded. You are not alone. She took a small book from the shelf. It was not a grammar book. It was a storybook. She said, "Try this." Adi looked surprised. There are no rules inside. Bumaya laughed. Exactly.
Chapter 5. A Strange New Way. That night, Adi read the story. It was simple. A boy, a journey, a problem, a solution. No grammar tables, no explanations. But something strange happened. Adi understood the story. He felt the emotions. He imagined the scenes. The next day, he read another story. Then another. After 1 week, Bumaya asked him, "Can you tell me the story in your own words?" Adi was nervous, but he started speaking. Slowly, simply. He made mistakes, but Bumaya did not stop him. She smiled and said, "Good. Continue." For the first time, Adi spoke English for 1 full minute. Chapter 6. Grammar started to make sense. Weeks passed. Adi listened to stories, read stories, told stories. Something changed. Grammar was still there, but now it felt natural. He did not think, "Which tense is this?" He just spoke. Later, Bumaya explained grammar after the story. "See, you already used past tense correctly," she said. Adi was shocked. "I did?" "Yes, your brain learned it through context." Grammar was no longer a wall. It became a tool. Chapter 7. Confidence is built, not memorized. One day, Sari heard Adi speaking English in his room. She opened the door wide. "Bang! You're speaking!" Adi laughed. "I know." He was not perfect, but he was brave. At school, he raised his hand. He asked questions in English and answered without fear. Mistakes still happened, but they did not stop him anymore. English was no longer about being correct, it was about connection. Chapter 8. The Second Meeting. Months later, Mr. Daniel visited the school again. This time, Adi volunteered. He walked forward with calm steps. Mr. Daniel smiled. "Nice to see you again, Adi." Adi smiled back. "Nice to see you too, sir." They talked about hobbies, about food, about life. No fear, no silence. After the talk, Mr. Daniel said, "Your English has improved a lot." Adi felt proud, not because he knew more rules, but because he could express himself. Chapter 9. The Real Lesson. That night, Adi wrote in his notebook, "Grammar is important, but grammar alone is not language. Language lives in stories, in feelings, in meaning." He finally understood. Rules did not make him fluent. Stories did. Maybe you are like Adi. You study grammar every day, you know many rules, but when it's time to speak, you freeze. Let me tell you something important. You don't learn a language by memorizing rules. You learn it by living it. Through stories, through listening, through speaking without fear. Grammar should help you, not block you. If this story touched you, like this video. If you want to learn English naturally, subscribe to this channel. And if you know someone who is stuck with grammar fear, share this story with them. Your English journey doesn't need more pressure. It needs the right path. And that path starts